What is going on, jumpers? This is the third and final part of the series going through each of the different mick release variations. In case you missed the other videos, there's actually three main ways to let go of the rope. The first is a pop mick, where you place the handle on your wrist and pop it up into the air. There's also the rope toss mick, where you basically throw the rope into its rotation. And then there's the wrist mick, where you release the rope lower than your turning hand. Even though the actual vertical release and catch are the same, the way we let go of the rope changes, and that makes a huge difference depending on the freestyle combo or rope being used. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the wrist mick, which is typically the most difficult of these three releasing methods. If you haven't seen the other two tutorials, I'd really recommend going back and getting used to those ones first. If your goal is to become an efficient jumper and continually level up your skills over time, then this tutorial is for you. All right, let's get started. Before trying the wrist mick, you technically only need to know how to do a basic side swing while jumping, but it does really help to already know how to do a pop mick first. Even though most of the wrist mick is the same as the other micks, this release method can be a little tricky to understand at first. Before we get into the details though, just a heads up that I have a free 14-day kickstart for beginners. The kickstart is a free course where I cover everything you need to know as a new jumper, including all the proper gear, all the beginner freestyle and footwork skills you need to know, weekly warm-ups and cooldowns, and a bunch more. There's over 30 full-length modules to help set you up for the rest of your jump rope journey, no matter what style of jumping you choose. And it's free because getting started correctly with jump rope should not cost you an arm and a leg. You can sign up over at nakg.com/kickstart, and there's also a link in the description below. Okay, getting back to the wrist mick now. If you're doing this on your left side, your right hand will move across your body on top of your left hand. Your left hand will then release the rope. And if you're doing this on the right side, your left hand will move across your body on top of your right hand. Then your right hand will let go of the rope. With both sides, the rope should swing and click the ground before you let go of the handle. You really should understand how to do a proper mick rotation because this version feels very, very strange compared to the pop and rope toss methods. It's important to focus on a smooth rotation of your turning arm because if you trust the movement and bring your hand back down to your waist correctly, the handle will feel like a magnet just flying right back to your hand as you catch it. Your bottom releasing arm is also going to be very extended during this mick. It basically just stays in a neutral position down by your waist the entire time with a slight bend in your elbow. This type of mick is best used after crosses, and a great combo example is a side swing, then a cross, then a swing on the other side, and release the rope by doing a wrist mick. We won't go into detail breaking down this combo here, but if you do start to get some success with the wrist mick, this combo is a great next step. Now, there's also some things that you want to be avoiding, like moving your bottom hand a lot. You want to feel like you're pulling the rope out of your releasing hand. You don't want to be throwing the rope aggressively with your releasing hand. You also don't want to release the rope right away as soon as you start the side swing. This is too early to get a good vertical rotation. And don't go wild with your turning arm. Your body is probably going to want to get crazy and try to control the mick by using your entire arm to move the rope. Don't do this though, because it is going to send your mick release right to the floor. Don't reach excessively when you catch. If you have to move your arm out really far in front of you to grab the handle, you're likely not bringing your turning hand back down correctly. And don't race through this mick suddenly speeding up the rope. That'll throw the rhythm off and make it super difficult to actually see what's going on. All right, let's get into how to practice the wrist mick. So we're going to get right into practicing with a standing side swing, then releasing the rope, but not turning it. Just pay attention to what this release feels like, keeping in mind the tips that we've discussed. After you've done that a few times, move on to doing the full mick. So a standing swing, release, and then toe catch. This is where you're going to spend most of your time. Really focus on a smooth rotation with your turning arm so the handle comes right back to your hand during the catch. Once you've had some success catching the rope, put the full thing together for a single under, jumping swing, jumping release, single under, and toe catch. So that is it for this mick release series. Don't forget to sign up for the free beginner program if you're new to jump rope. If you like this whole series, share a screenshot to Instagram, Facebook, or wherever else you hang out online. And if you want more tutorials, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because there's a lot more coming in the future. If you have any questions at all, drop a comment down below or DM me over on Instagram at Nate_KG.